and welcome back to my nail corner, and buckle up because this is a long one. I will put timestamps below so you can skip around if you want to. So this is a package I received from Gigi's Custom Dips, not to be confused with Gigi's Nail Co. So this is a Canadian company. Look at that gorgeous file. I love the design on it. It's the standard 100-180 grit file. That's what I like to use. So it was so pretty. I didn't want to use it, but I did use it. So stay tuned. And she also sent me over this cuticle cleanup tool, which I love. First of all, it's beautiful. The other end is a wax tip, which is great for picking up like rhinestones or gems and things like that when doing your nails. And then the other side is that perfect precision tip for cleaning up around your cuticle. It's super pretty, and I'm really glad she sent it over because, as you guys know, I love using a tool like that. Everything was nice and securely bubble wrapped. That's going to be a long one, you guys. And then there's her business card, which was really nice. I love it when they include that, so I have all the branding information and usually information on their socials and all that stuff. And then, like I said, everything was really securely packaged, which this is a Canadian company, you guys. So this had to travel through customs into the US, and then like things go all over the place before they get to me, especially coming from Canada. So the fact that everything was like perfectly intact just is a testament to good packaging. So I am going to swatch these off camera, and here they are. Graham's lipstick is a really nice like light to medium pink with a gorgeous shimmer in it, and it looks exactly like what you'd think of a grandma's lipstick. It's super pretty. This is Wino, which is a beautiful wine shade as per the name with a really nice shimmer to it. I love shimmers, so I was really excited to see those shimmers. This is PSL for you pumpkin spice loving people. There it is. This is, I didn't see the name, Until something, which I thought was really cute. Until Next Time, that's what it was. Gorgeous, gorgeous teal shimmer. I'm excited to wear that one. Now, I'm not usually drawn to like oranges. This one has square glitter shapes. I don't know if you can tell by looking at that, but it just looks like fall leaves. I love that, and definitely am looking forward to wearing that. And then this is Champagne Punch, which is just a really pretty champagne glitter base with some like iridescent glitters in it, like chunky glitters in it. And then Wine Drunk, which is a beautiful like fine glitter, beautiful, beautiful color. I really like that one too. I'm very into wine tones for the fall. And then Wild Rose, which is a gorgeous rose glitter with holographic like chunkies in it. Oh, so pretty. These just caught the light so beautifully. I loved it so much. And then I have this to unbox. So Melody Susie sent me over their 2-in-1 lamp and Efile, which is new on their website. I will link this below, so check it out if you're interested. I also have their dust collector, and you'll see me pull that out later in this video too, because I am going to use this Efile on camera and show you guys all of its wonderful facets. It's beautiful rose gold color, really pretty. I guess, is that just rose? It's just pink looking, but it's beautiful. So the base is magnetic. It's not blue. That just has a protective film on it that I haven't even brought myself to take off because I don't want to get gel on it. So it has a really nice protective film on that, and then that's just magnetic to the bottom, which is really cool. It took me a second to figure out that it was magnetic, and it is. And I like that it has little like finger indents in the bottom, in the base, so when you like put your hand in, you just kind of slide perfectly into the right spot. It keeps your fingers separated and just like in the right place. And then this is the beautiful pink hand set for the Efile. I really like it. It's a nice weight. It feels really nice and sturdy. And then it just rests in that hole right there, which is great. It has like a perfect spot. So I generally have a battery operated lamp, which I do love, and I have a battery operated Efile, but I have space on my desk, so to plug this in and have it on my desk at all times, not worry about having to charge it or anything like that, just having it readily available, I love that. So it has 15, 30, and 60-second timers, and then it has a 90-second, which I think is reduced lamp power, if I remember correctly or understand correctly. I never use that feature, honestly, but it's nice to have it. And then that dial adjusts the speed of the Efile. And then, of course, you have forward and reverse options. So, yeah, like you just look at the dial, it has the numbers right around it. So that's why I didn't want to confuse you guys. The number is not changing the 15 because that is for the lamp. The dial is what controls your Efile speed. Also, the timer for the lamp has just a really nice, like, subtle beep when you put your hand in and it turns on, and then a beep when it's done, which I actually didn't realize I really would like, because sometimes, I'm like curing a hand and just not paying attention or watching a show or whatever, and it's like, oh, you're done, you can take your hand out. So really nice product. I really like it, so I'm going to use it in this video to show you guys just its functionality. And then if you want to shop Melody Susie, like I said, the link is below, and check them out. That's, like I said, also they have a great dust collector, so love that too. So those are all of the dip shades right there that I just showed you, and I am going to go ahead and use those 3 right there on the end. I loved like so many of them, it was hard to decide, but to be honest, Graham's lipstick called my name from the moment I saw the name, because Graham is what I called my grandma, and I received this package just the same week as what would have been my Graham's birthday, which was August 27th. I know we're well into September now, but anyway, my Graham passed about 8 years ago now, close to that, and you don't hear a ton of Grahams. So if you have a Graham, then it probably tugs at your heartstrings too. So I absolutely had to use that. It was just, like I said, I opened the package and then I messaged Jess, the owner of Gigi's, and I was just like, oh, this like warmed my heart and brought tears to my eyes all at the same time. I just loved seeing that name on it. And then she told me that she created that in honor of her Graham who passed last year. So, I mean, I love that it has meaning behind it to her as well. So that was really sweet. So while I get into dipping into wino, I just want to tell you a little bit about Gigi's custom dips. So I did say they are Canadian. So if you hop over and shop their website, make sure you realize that those prices that are already good are Canadian. So if you are in the US, your dollar is going to go further shopping Canadian. So I kind of love that because it makes me just grab a few extras because I feel like I'm getting a steal. In addition to that, Jess is a hairstylist, and she just kind of started this venture during quarantine, and man, she's killing it. Gigi's, the name comes from her Gigi, her great grandma, who was also a hairstylist, and I believe that Gigi's is the name of their hair salon, I guess is what it is. So super cool to have all that connection. Obviously, she loves her heritage, her grandma, her great grandma. So it's kind of cool to see those things come through her business. And like I said, great products. She's killing it. I also was browsing her website, and the bottles that her liquids come in are super cute. They're clear bottles and just look really like different than what I've seen. So that would be cool to try out. I can't speak to the product itself. All I can say is that their bottles looked really, really cute. So I'm going to get into my second dip of this color, and then once we move on, I'm going to pop back in and talk about the rest of these products. So hang in there, and I'll be back in just a second. Okay, so how pretty was that pink and that shimmer? I bet it would chrome really, just really pretty. It's such a gorgeous shimmer. I love working with shimmers, you guys, if you hadn't noticed. I mean, a good cream solid color is all good and dandy, but like just the subtle shimmer that really catches the sunlight, I think is so pretty, and they're just so smooth and easy to work with. So these powders were a dream. I have nothing but good things to say. So now I'm going to get into my chunky glitter application, which you guys have seen me do a bunch of times before, but we're going to do it again. I like to pour over the first coat, and that gives you like nice thin coverage. I'm moving around those chunky glitters, just getting like any excess ones that maybe are stuck together or like you can see off the side of the nail, and putting them in place. So I don't want any on that first layer to be really like bulked up, so I don't want them overlapping a bunch or just like too many on the nail, because my second layer I like to lay flat into the glitters, and that is going to pick you up a lot more of the chunky glitters. So you want your base layer to be kind of as thin as possible, because in general a glitter nail, even if it's fine glitters, not even chunky glitters, you're just going to have a bulkier nail. It just makes sense. It's a bigger product than the shimmers or flat solid pigments are. So first layer, nice and thin, nice and smooth. And then for my second layer, I'm going to go ahead and apply base to the entire nail and then lay it flat into the glitters. I use a cupcake liner because it's just easier to manipulate your hand into, and you can kind of shimmy the cupcake liner, and that'll bring your chunkier glitters to the surface. So that is my preferred method for chunky glitter application, and it works well for me. But hey, if you have a different method that works for you, then you do you. I also like to encapsulate a chunky glitter with 2 dips of clear if I'm using a thinner liquid. So thinner liquids being Virgo and Gem, which is what I'm using right now, or Triple D or Mani Boss, which are all like my go-to liquids. I love those liquids. I get that question a lot. Those are 3 that I just reach for with ease because I know that they're quality, they perform well. I just don't have any issues with them, and they're a nice thin application because like I want this to look natural. It's weird to say I want it to look natural, right? Because I'm adding color to my nail, but as natural as an enhancement on your nail can look, like that's what I want. You know, Miranda over at Corgi's Wine and Nails, she always says you want it to look like it grew that way, and that's a fact. So for me, this is the application that works best for me. So after I do my second one, like I said, you just move around any of those chunky glitters to be where you need them to be. Do it while your base is not quite set, and then you're going to have a smoother application. Did you see that little hand poking in there? Often when I'm filming, you guys, this is why I do voiceovers, my kids are around. So that was my daughter coming over, like looking at what I was doing, touching things, getting in the way, you know, as a 6-year-old would do. But I have that opportunity to have them around because the noise is fine, because I just mute the video and then I record over it. So just be thankful you don't hear all the chitter chatter and bickering that probably is going on in the background. So now I'm going to ombre on my middle finger. I love a good ombre these days. I did one not too long ago and posted it on my Instagram, and everybody was like, well, it was actually a vertical ombre, and everybody was asking for a video on it. This would be the same method, you guys, just it's not going to be a vertical ombre, it's going to be a horizontal ombre. But I love a good vertical ombre, so I'll do some of that in the future here with some chunky glitters and show you guys how I accomplish that. So that is my Wet n Wild, like true to form eyeshadow brush from Amazon. If you need one, you can check out my Amazon storefront. It is linked below. I need to update it with some new things, or maybe do a video just showing you guys kind of all my favorite nail tools that I got from Amazon and what I use them for. But I use these all the live long day. not all the livelong day. I use it in a lot of manis because they're just perfect for ombres. And then I just tap them on there, and they're like, I don't know, 90 some cents. So they're a steal and just a great tool to have. I have probably a half dozen of them in a cup. And when they get worn out, like that glitter one is starting to get pretty frayed, I don't hesitate to just grab a new one because they're nice and cheap. They're a great tool, and I know I'm going to get a lot of use out of them. So first layer is done, and then I'm going to dust off that excess. And I know you're like, Kate, you didn't get any glitter on your nail. But just wait. So typically what I want to do is the reverse order. So the first layer I did that solid at the tip first, and then I did the glitter. So now I'm going to do the reverse of that. I'm going to do the glitter first and then the solid pigment or the shimmer. That is because it's going to help that blend a little bit more, and also your second color is gonna show less because your base is starting to dry. So does that make sense? By the time you get to your second color, your base is starting to dry a little bit. So that's why in the first pass at it, it doesn't pick up as much glitter and whatnot. And now after I dust this off, I'm gonna individually place a bunch of glitters because ombreng, the chunky glitters just don't seem to transfer as well in my experience anyway. So no big deal. I'm gonna show you exactly how to make it look just like you want, and you can watch me do that, and then I'm gonna pop back in here and talk to you guys about filing. I get a lot of questions about that, and so having this new Efile was the perfect opportunity to leave my filing in the video. It's kind of a challenge to file on video, but I'm here for you guys, and I did it. So hang in there, watch me place these glitters if you want to. If not, you can go ahead and skip ahead, and after I clear cap this mani, I will get into my filing and talk to you guys about that Efile. Okay, so here we go. I have my brand new beautiful hand file from Gigi's, and I'm going to get into my shaping. Now, the base was like really nicely performing. Obviously, it's my go-to Virgo and gem, and these powders were beautiful. So it makes for really easy shaping because I already have builder gel on my nails. So my nails are basically, the shape I want. I'm just kind of cleaning up and crisping those lines. So I always go around the cuticle line just to clean up any little excess there, and then I'm going to clean up the shape. So I like to go straight across for the tip because I'm going for kind of like a tapered square look. I wouldn't call my nails quite coffin. It's really just like a tapered square. To be honest, if I wear like a perfect square, I chip the corners of my nails like constantly, and almost more so when they're short. I think I'm just less careful maybe when they're short, but a tapered square look, like I like the way it looks on my hands, and it just works really well for me and seems to just, I don't know, tolerate my lifestyle. Sorry if I'm off camera a little bit. I was trying to get my bearings. It's been a little bit since I filed my nails on camera, and you guys, I've said this before when I've complained about filming filing. You should like hold your hands like 10 inches in front of you and try to file and shape your nails next time you do your nails. And that will give you an appreciation and understanding of like why I struggle a minute to like get myself settled in. I also like to have my hand kind of angled up. Like I would often use like the edge of my desk if I was filing off camera. So doing it kind of flat and like way out in front of me is just an added challenge. But you can see here what I'm talking about. So I flatten out that free edge. I go around the cuticle line, and then I really just taper in the sides of the nail. I'm going to try to pop a graphic in here to show you guys. If you're doing this look, I want you to make sure you're not starting your sidewall filing too low. You do not want to file below where the nail is attached to your finger. You're going to end up with like ingrown fingernails and just kind of painful sidewalls. So make sure you don't file in the sides to taper any lower than where the nail is attaching to your finger. I hope that makes sense, and I hope the little picture that I popped in there will help you. I know that that's something that I've seen happen, and it just, you gotta like let that grow out, and then it's hard once you've filed it down too far to then kind of correct that. So just be careful on your sidewalls there if you're doing a coffin or a tapered square or anything like that. So I've sped this up slightly after the first 2 or 3 fingers just because, man, this video is long enough. I feel bad. Like, do you guys like a longer video and then like the timestamps that you can skip around, or do you prefer like a shorter, usually I think I'm around like 18 to 20 minutes when I do just a mani with no filing. Or do you prefer even shorter than that? I don't know. Let me know what you guys like. If you guys like a nice long watch, or if this is boring you out of your mind. So I'm going to finish up the hand filing in a second here. And then I'm going to pull out my Efile. I use the Efile over the whole top surface of my nail. I know some people just kind of clean up around their cuticle line or blend that in. I don't know. I feel like I have to smooth the whole surface, kind of like you would if you're using a buffing block. So I don't do a ton of work over that unless it's kind of a glitter nail. I love those to be just like super smooth and look like glass when I'm done. So I am switching out the temporary like holder that they put in the Efile, and then just turning on the Efile portion, sliding that out of the way. Now I wouldn't typically have to like pull it out in front of me, but I wanted to pull it into the camera view so you could see what I was doing. But really that's just kind of set off in front of my workspace, and I've been using it for like 2 weeks now, and it's just been really handy. I just reach up there when I need to cure, and it stays out of the way. Now I would caution you, if you have a gel lamp that you're using in front of your workspace and you put like a gel top coat on, make sure you close up your gel top coat and maybe move it to the side before you stick your hand in that lamp, because you don't want to be curing the gel in your bottle. So this is my Efile process. I like to go around the cuticle line just to smooth that out. I'm kind of blending it down because, like I said, you want it to be nice and thin around your cuticle line. Be careful not to over file, because then you're going to have to fix that. But you want it to be nice and smooth. That's also going to prevent lifting. Like, you know, most lifting happens around the cuticle line, and then you like run your hands through your hair when you're washing it, or just in general. Your hair gets stuck under there, and that's just the worst. I hate it. I hate it. So the smoother you get that transition from the dip powder to your natural nail, the less you're going to see that lifting. And then I just, like you can see there, I like to just smooth the surface all the way around, make sure I don't have any lumps or bumps, and just like a nice smooth surface, no like weird transitions or anything. Again, this is something builder gel really helps me with, because if my builder gel application is nice and smooth and perfected, then my dip powder is going to just kind of lay over that already existing apex and foundation on my nail. So something to keep in mind if you struggle with shaping is to either form an apex with your dip powder, or to use an enhancement like builder gel under your dip powder. My right hand mani, while I'm thinking of it, I'm just going to pop a picture in here. It is a shimmer and shine set. I don't know if it's sold out or not. If it is, I don't think it's coming back. It was a limited edition, but it's a super pretty wind down trio. It was a collaboration with Shimmer and Shine and Marla Chris, and it's like a navy blue shimmer, well, like a micro glitter, a wine colored shimmer, and then that like gunmetal glitter. It was really cute. It came with these little sequins that look like wine glasses, as you could see in the picture. And so I just wanted to shout out what that was, because a lot of times when I don't mention what's on my other hand, I do get questions about it, and I'm sorry, I forget to tell you guys a lot. So glitter nails, like I said, they're a little bit thicker, and I always like, not always, I try to remember to do a second dip of clear, because it really just gives you more margin for filing. Because if you file into one of those glitters, you're gonna expose silver on the inside. So this is a gorgeous like pink and then like holographic glitter, and if I file into that, it's gonna expose silver edges or silver inside the glitter chunks, and I don't want that. That always makes me a little bit sad. So the second dip of clear really helps give you that margin for filing it just nice and smooth and not worrying too much about that. So I like to use my Efile around probably 9 to 10,000 RPMs, especially with a diamond bit like this. It just does a really nice job buffing, but I don't worry too much about like accidentally taking too much product off. So I'm going to speed this up after I finish this nail, just because it's kind of repetitive, but hopefully this helps. If you guys have any specific questions about filing, let me know, and hopefully I can address them for you. But hopefully this helps anybody who's struggling in that and just kind of can see what I do. Like I don't really have a true method to my madness. I just kind of file away until it looks like I want it to. So hang in there, or skip ahead if you want to skip the rest of this filing. I truly understand. And I'll be back in just a minute. Okay, you guys, home stretch. So this is just a cleanup brush I have from Triple D. I love it. It's super soft and yet bristly, so it does the job. And that is just some rubbing alcohol on that brush to just clean up any excess, like crumbs left behind, dust, whatever you want to call them. In my house, everything is crumbs. So that's a great step to do before you go ahead and apply your top coat. I am going to go in with my West Coast Dips gel base and gel top coat. If you haven't tried them yet, I highly recommend. That is another Canadian brand, and they have just fantastic gel base and top coat, and also just amazing other products. But in particular, we're talking about their gel base and top right now. I love them. The top coat is just smooth like glass, and I always go in with gel base first before gel top coat because that really helps your gel top coat adhere. Top coat in general does not like to apply and stick to a smooth surface like dip powder that has been buffed, so a gel base is really going to help that. Look at that glitter come to life under the top coat, you guys. Oh my gosh. It's like a pastel rainbow in every glitter, and I love it so much. I'm not currently wearing this mani as I'm filming this voiceover or recording this voiceover, but I would wear it all over again because it's just drool worthy. I love it so much. So I hope you guys will support Gigi's. Hop over to the website. It's linked down below and shop around. She's got some great thermals, great foils, great glitters, obviously, shimmers. Oh, I can't wait to wear that teal. You guys are going to be seeing more from Gigi's on my hands for sure. If you're not following me on Instagram, consider hopping over on Instagram because I do post manis that I don't film. I just don't have enough time to record every mani I do, but I am doing my nails quite often these days. So make sure you are over there if you're interested in seeing other mani inspirations. So now I have my gel base on. I am going to pull my lamp forward and do a 30-second cure. Again, I had no complaints about this lamp. It worked perfectly. The timer on the top I really liked. I thought it was really clear, easy to see. I have another lamp and the timer is upside down, like as though I have like a client in front of me and I'm wanting to see the time facing me. I don't know. It's weird because I use it for myself and it's, like I said, it's upside down. So little things, right? Like the time faced me and that made my heart happy. So now I'm going in with my West Coast Dips gel top coat. Like I said, it is so smooth and slick when it is cured. It is just like a glass encasement over your mani. And who doesn't want that, especially over a glamorous glitter like this one? And there's Graham's lipstick, that beautiful pink. It just makes my heart happy. The name just warms my heart every time. And then I'm super into wine tones, so this was really a great like heading into fall transition mani. So grab these colors if you're over shopping because they will have your heart just like they have mine. And now top coat is going to get a cure for 60 seconds and then we're done. You guys, this was a long one. Thank you for bearing with me. I really appreciate it. I hope you guys learned something and enjoyed this content. If you did, please consider subscribing. Give this a thumbs up. Those feedbacks help me know what you guys like, what you want to see, and it also just helps my channel continue to grow so I can continue putting out content for you guys. I'm applying my Candi Skincare Cuticle Oil as per usual. I know I threw you guys off in my last video when I didn't use Candi Skincare, but it's back. It's my fave. I love it so much, and it helps hydrate my cuticles and keep my skin nice and healthy from all of this nail work. And it smells delicious, you guys. The body butter, all of the things, they just, who doesn't love yummy smelling oils? So there is the finished look. Again, oh, you guys, the finished look. Thanks again for being here. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, a great rest of your weekend, and I will see you in my next vid. Bye now.